Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician: The Civil War. I am Grumpy Gruntpaw Gaming, and this is episode 7 of our Confederate Spring 1861 campaign. Before I go into any recaps, I just wanted to say I just started recently watching another YouTuber called Party Moses, and he is running how's he described it? A narrative tutorial campaign. And I'm going to say it's really interesting. He's focusing basically, like, he is playing the whole game in its entirety, but he is focusing strictly on one army and their actions during the war, and he's using it to run a tutorial to teach you all the basics of the game. It is, even if you know all the basics of the game, it is still well worth watching. It's quite entertaining, actually, the way he's doing it, and I haven't seen anybody else do it this way before, and I'm enjoying it immensely. So that's Party Moses is his name, Partymoses, one word. If you haven't seen him yet, go check out his channel, and what he's doing is really interesting. Alright, moving on from that, last episode we fought the battles of 3rd Winchester and Battle of Manassas. Now, if you did watch that last episode, I really messed up at the Battle of Manassas with that flank attack with Johnston's army. And in retrospect, I know I should have done a few things differently, because at the point of the battle, I was sending him in. I kind of felt I had the battle in the bag, and he was just a side note in my head. And I really messed that up. Number one, I should have either just left him in place and not used him at all, or B, from the attack position I had him start at, I should have put him under AI control and allowed the AI to handle that attack so I wouldn't have to think about it as much. I really messed up by sending him forward, believing the Union was deeper into the woods, up by the farmland than where they actually were when those two divisions stumbled into the main army and basically lost a brigade's worth of soldiers and casualties. It was a move I shouldn't have made, but these things happen. In real life, more they happen. In game, it happens when you don't have the right intelligence. And I made moves based on assumptions in my head that I shouldn't have made. There's that. So, in retrospect, I probably would have not made that attack, but hindsight's 20/20. Got to move on with it. So nothing's much changed. It's October 14th. We only advanced 2 days past the battle so that we could clear off the battle modifiers on these armies. I still have those sieges ongoing in Florida and in the Indian Territory, and we are waiting for weapons. So nothing much has happened right now, so I will be back when I have something to report. Hopefully it stays quiet for at least a month or two while my eastern armies here get reset. So I'll be back in a few. Alright, everybody, we actually managed to make it through the rest of October without seeing any type of combat. Really amazed. I guess the Union is licking their wounds as much as we are right now. Do have a few updates here. The Union did enact funding policy 1, so they're really looking more to their economy than I am currently. We completed military 2, and then I went and enacted diplomacy 1, which is only 13 days away from completion. So I didn't plan on coming down diplomacy at all, but I am so short of weapons I do have to start ordering some European weapons to help offset what I don't have. Eventually, all my armies are only going to be armed with Confederate-made weapons, but until such a time, I think 1 or 2 orders of foreign weapons are going to be necessary to backfill my armies. Let's see, do we have any projects available right now? Almost to administration reform, which is a good one. Farm mech, still a few months away. Infrastructure reform is something I want. Don't need occupation administration. I have artillery reform, and I'm going to hold off on that while I wait for organization reform to fill up. I want this first. Parrot rifles are becoming available too. Choices. And more recruitment offices. I could use that, but I'm going to hold off on anything military until I have the funding for the core organization reforms. So, yeah, we're not picking anything for the moment because this all takes military funding. And I don't need any of that right now. So, on a positive note, we did finally win the siege out here in Indian Territory. So we now have control of Fort Gibson. I placed Theophilus Holmes in charge of it because he is defamed. I find that when you have a defamed commander, putting them in charge of a garrison for a month or two usually clears off the defamation from them. But since we now hold Fort Gibson, I am ordering the Western Army back down to Fort Smith, Arkansas, so that they can move into winter quarters. And it looks like outside of the forts down here, I basically have control of the Indian Territory. Doesn't count as a state, but it is now firmly within my control, it looks like, outside of the fortifications. So once I take these down, I'll be able to start recruiting some more Indian allied troops. Maybe I'll make if I can, I'll field a division as a separate corps and send them up here raiding into Union territory. I think that'd be fun. So siege down Florida is still ongoing. I mean, this is a small army. So it's slowly but surely ticking up in our favor. It's going to take a while longer. Like I said, this army is only 2,400 men and 6 guns. I gotta see if I can recruit any more troops out of Florida for those guys. And let's take a look up here at strategy. So this shows us is evenly matched. So Union currently has 210,000 in the field to my 130,000, which is not a bad offset at all. You know, it was a lot worse when I had 44,000 in the field and they had 180,000 in the field. You know, the AI could have swarmed me at any time and just, you know, beat me. Don't understand how military experience is even, but okay. And we are trailing them in casualties, which is a good thing. We're trailing them by about 12,000 there. So that's very good. Let's look at our monthly reports. Current rating is AAA, still owe 10 million. Our current economy cycles recovery. Wealth of our population is mediocre and increasing. Tax revenues decreased by 44 million. That's never a good thing. We built 2 hospitals, one at Manassas, one at Winchester. I know it's saying they're built, they are still being constructed. Export was 390 with 644 in. That needs to change. And corporate production went up by 18 million. We still lack iron, coffee, flour. You know, same things as usual. All the usual suspects. Alright, so they did pass... they did enact funding 1, so now they are working on tariffs. They did administration reform. They recruited another 6,000 men. And they're building another 9. I don't know why the Union's building so many ships and they are just not using them. They're building more and more every month and they're just not using them for anything. Army morale for the Union has dropped by 3% to 81. And they lost 3 high-ranking officers. Sylvester Churchill, Colonel Joseph B. Plummer, and Colonel Morgan L. Smith. Now, does that mean they're dead or they're wounded? I'm really not sure. I would like to have an answer to that. I got to look that up on the forums. I'd like to know if that means they're dead or they're wounded. So I'd really like to know. Oh, and one more thing. I did finally dispatch this gunboat up the river here, so we now have eyes on the Army of Mississippi. It moved from here to go sit in Cairo. And as far as I'm concerned, they can stay there. I got no problem with that. While everybody's in winter quarters, just stay there. So, because if these two armies, if Army Mississippi and Army Pennsylvania move in consort with each other, Army Tennessee is not going to be able to hold them off at all. So Army Mississippi's 14,000, Army Pennsylvania's another 12. If they combined forces and come at me, it would not be a good fight. And that should cover it for now. Let's see if we can make it the whole winter without any fights happening. That'd be interesting. Another 3 months of no combat. It'd be a first for me. Those 3 months in the summer and 3 months over the winter. Never had that happen. Let's see if we can make it happen. So I'll be back when something else happens. Alright, everybody. I was hoping to make it through at least the month of November. McCullough's reached his winter quarters. And the hospital Winchester is now finished. So, like I was saying, I was hoping that we could make it through at least a month of November without any action. But it looks like the Department of Ohio has some different plans. They are now moving on Winchester against General Jackson over here. I guess he's going to have some more fun throwing off another unit. Did engineers arrive? Yes, they did. Why couldn't he wait a few more days until Garnett got back into the Army? He's almost back up to full strength. Once he's back, I'll send off Lee with his South Carolina boys. Right, let's see if they're going to take this fight or not. I'm thinking every time they come in, they take over the Harper's Ferry Arsenal. I thought about burning that down and moving, putting a supply depot down here, but after this battle, I'm going to see if the Union refills that with however long it takes. Oh shit, there's a second unit. 17 hours away. So camping Army of Ohio. No, they're too far away. Army Susquehanna is outside of there. It's got to be units sitting over here where they're building this depot. It's got to be just in... No, the command range doesn't look like it goes up there. What army are they calling in? Well, we'll see. So, but like I was saying, I got a little distracted there. I'm going to see if the Union fills this up with ammunition for me. And if they do, I'm definitely going to leave it there. If not, I'm going to burn that down and move it behind. Move it down below Winchester, or above Winchester. It's the Shenandoah Valley. So this is the top, this is the bottom, because it's a south to north flowing river. So let's go take on this fight and see what we get into here. I believe this is the fourth Battle of Winchester. Wish. I was really hoping they'd sit still for the winter. So it's Major General Cadwallader is in charge. So if you notice, it says Lieutenant General Jackson. I made all my corps commanders or current field commanders outside of Lee Lieutenant Generals, while Lee's a full general, so he outranks everybody. All right. Now we are defending the Front Royal Pike this time. Where are they coming in at? They're coming in on the Martinsburg Pike. And along the Berryville Pike. So those guys can come down this way, along this front here. So this army is going to come straight down through Winchester. I can tell you that right now. They can either take this road or that road. What is the other army? It's the army of Shenandoah. Oh, they're 11 hours away. You know what? I'm going to take down this army before that second army even shows up. That's what I'm going to do. Probably a bad idea, but that is what I am going to do. Against a division through town to here. You know, division here, division reserve. See which way they're coming from. And if anything, I will be able to quickly shift a division down the Millwood Pike if necessary to stop them if they're coming in from this direction. Actually, Wickham, I'm going to put you to get ready to go in that direction, just to overwatch. The artillery. I'll leave them where they are for now, basically. Is there anybody looking cracked? Okay, all those units that looked like they were kind of messed up are all stable now, looks like. So Hampton, I'm going to have you in the lead. Oh, that's the engineers. I'm just going to have them back here digging. Because I am taking the offensive. Excuse me. Buckner, have you come up? Because these guys all look stable now where they didn't used to be. Clanton was the last brigade that was still broken, starting broken in the last battle or below. Mississippi, Springfield. Yeah, at least one brigade in this division has Springfields. What do these guys got? Enfields and Mississippis. Alright. So let's pull the artillery back a little bit out of the way of that division. Yeah, artillery is just going to be coming up the rear. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So, cavalry down to Millwood Pike. And I'll probably send them up to towards the Seaford House. If they need to skedaddle, I can bring them back up this road or back down that road. And they should be close enough to Jackson to receive their orders fairly quickly. Now, I'm hoping that the Union, if they are here, that their deployment zone does not go up to here. Because I want to try and meet them above town if possible. You know, set up down here and get my artillery up on these ridges just to bombard the hell out of them. So, we'll hold it here, and I'll be back once the action starts. Alright, so their starting position was not here, north of Winchester. They actually started over here along the Berryville Canyon and Berryville Pike. Just saw some dust clouds where they go. There they are. So, I didn't realize what time it was. It's a little late in the day. I'm not going to get much done. So, what I'm hoping to do is have them sight my army. Hopefully zero in on it. And ignore running for the objective point. But I doubt that's going to happen. See that dust trail right there. Oh, nope, there they are. Alright. So, I'm going to have this division double time down the road here. Maybe I can catch them, maybe not. And you're going to need to change positions because you're going to be outflanked in the morning. This fight's not going to be over before the day's over. Let's move you down here. Buckner. We'll move over here for now, and I will build the fences for him in the morning. The engineer points that I do have. Where's artillery? Let's have you guys park there for now. Plans are changing. Plans are changing. And Wickham. I'm not going to be able to get him to that fence in time. It'd be nice if I can get him up to that fence. But let's move you up there for now. Dismount them and just delay them as much as I can. And I'll be back once the combat starts. Alright, we just sighted the first Brigade of Infantry and Cavalry coming down the road here. I got Wickham way too far out to receive his orders. So these guys are going to be marching past my infantry before I even get them into position. So in my haste to basically beat them to the punch and stop this battle at the start, I have screwed the pooch. So there we go. These guys should be double timing. I gave everybody double time orders. They have double time orders, but they're not double timing. Get down that road. Yep, wasn't able to get them gone in time. Alright, dismount. They do have the new Richmond carbine, so they do have a better range. Maybe they can keep these guys locked in place while my infantry comes up. General Jackson, I need you coming over this way now. There's General Cooper. There you are. You know what? That's going to be a good spot for the artillery right up there on that ridge line. Get your guns down here. Not too good. Just hang in there as long as you can, boys. So their double time order's good. Where the hell's the rest of that division? Come on. Oh god, they're locked up with the damn. Another goddamn road jam. Come on, get your orders and go. There's my busy little bees down here. Changing your orders. Come down that way. Thought they'd be doing better with those carbines than they are. Alright, I know you see this infantry. Why don't you goddamn turn to face them? Go hit that artillery while they're on the road. It's still showing us rested even after all that running. Alright, good. This should lock them down. Allow me to reset my army. Buckner. I need to start coming down the Millwood Pike. Probably should have sent them that way to begin with. I don't blame you, Wickham. You held on as long as you could. Not a very big battery, was it? 35 men, not many guns. That unit's about to break. I need to start hitting them. I don't think their morale is very high. Their fighting spirits kind of up there. But the morale is 42. They'll break easy. Maybe I'll go up here. Damn it. One more hour. It's all I needed. Cadwalader has arrived on the field. Alright, let's get this army reset. Buckner, come over here. Widen. So I know these units are here, the rest are possibly not in position. The artillery set up right there. I'm just advancing and advancing. If I could break this army, I won't have to fight the other one. Alright, Jackson, get those orders out there before these guys march past me. I think having this heavier artillery is going to help a lot. These guys will start firing soon. That's a detachment. I'm not worried about that. You know, know how these guys feel. They're supposed to be the ones attacking, and they're getting attacked. Come on, shoot those motherless sons. Brothers, you gotta shift your division's advance line. Come down there. Almost half their men. How the hell are they still standing? There they go. Oh, these guys are disorganized. There's some targets. That's there. Yeah, I should have these guys broken before I have to worry about the Army of Shenandoah. Guys are only armed with muskets, but should get the job done. That's regular barracks. Let's wipe those guys off the map. Guys don't have rifles. And let's capture some of those. There are 550 casualties already. I mean, somebody will flip the field. You guys can help and just start shooting. They got those Mississippis. You guys can call. There we go. That's what I want to see. Break these motherless sons. Keep the momentum. A lot more casualties than I expected to. Good. Break them. Now shoot those guys. More shoot the cavalry. They're trying to withdraw. That officer. Morale's down to 34. These guys still haven't caught up. I have to start worrying about these guys fairly soon. Yep. They're still back here. Not worried about that. These guys. Oh, they're 500 casualties. Damn. Go shoot that artillery, shoot your brothers. Break that brigade. All the fleeing units around and their low fighting spirit, the low morale, these guys are the busters. There we go. Buckner. Where are these guys? Alright, they're into town. Buckner, I want you to come back here and just watch this roadway. the rest of this mess. Time to turn these guns around. Set them up here. Trees may block their view, but I don't know. I think this battle's over. A lot more casualties than I expected. This army's fleeing. Yep, there we go. End of battle. Speed things along and get this over. Even though it's in the battle, these guys may still try to come marching down the road. There we go. Took 10 of their guns and 3,200 of their infantry and 2,600 of their infantry, 450 cavalry, and 10 of their guns for a total of 3,200. Lost just under 2,000 infantry, 125 cavalry. So, like I said, more casualties than I expected, but in the grand scheme, not so bad. Percentage-wise, I believe we're about even. It's like 8. Honestly, you really can't afford too many victories like that. And I should have been watching the time of day for day one. If I'd known it had been so late in the day, I would have never done what I did. Would have waited and just set up defensive positions. General, that was Buckner's brigades. Everybody in Jackson's army is getting famous. It's awesome. Alright, the Battle of Winchester has ended with the army of Shenandoah retreating in panic. My commanders earned a total victory with the enemy army running for their lives. The enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 3,173 men. There were 390 killed, 513 captured. The morale is believed to be stable. Our casualties 1,971 men, with 256 killed, 319 missing, and the rest wounded. Morale's return with supply situation mediocre. We've captured 1,673 rifles and 4 guns from the field, and we've released 468 men. Alright, let's get this advanced and get that battle modifier cleared off. I think we'll call it an episode. We'll be either just under or out about an hour. So I'm going to add another corps up by the Army of Shenandoah, it appears. I am having a numbers issue with recruitments right now. After November 1st, you know, the numbers reset. I went and took a look and kind of running out of men pretty quickly. So I need the year to move on so I can start working on emancipation and get those troops into the army, because I do not want to draft. I'll only do that if absolutely necessary. That's right, Earl Van Dorn was wounded. I gotta replace him. Speaking of which, Stewart's still wounded, and he's been out for almost a good 7-8 months since the start of the war. He got wounded in the first battle and has not been back. Ewell and Early are still wounded. They were wounded a month ago, so it's not anything big. I'm hoping we took out some of their commanders in that fighting, because I saw some of those headquarters units targeted. this up a little bit. Battle didn't run that late in the day, did it? No. Why aren't these guys breaking apart? There we go. I think that just, for some reason, yeah, all those units breaking at once. That went on a little longer than it should have. Alright, Hospital of Manassas is now complete. So, I got pretty good hospitalization coverage up here in, where is it? Medical treatment. I mean, hospital coverage, I think I'm pretty well covered up here. As far as Jackson has not gotten a perk yet. And Johnson's close to getting one. Alrighty, let's go check in on our Florida militia real fast. And this siege of forever still slowly ticking in our favor. They may perk up again before they finish this one siege. I'm hoping that opens up some more Florida troops. I don't want to put Florida militia in that siege army. That's basically what that's going to be, is a siege army. Alright. So, yep, definitely ending it here. So, 4th Battle of Winchester has now been won with another commander becoming famous. So, we got to replace Van Dorn. Or to put some I don't want. No, he's from Alabama. I need a Mississippi man. No, Mississippi selected. Engineer, artillery. I mean, he is a political officer, but I do need more recruits, so having political officers helps. Garnett will be back in 3 days, and then I can send Lee off. He's down below 1,500 now. But their contracts are coming up. I should probably wait those 2 months. Well, anyway, like I said, we'll end it here. If you're watching the series and you're a returning viewer and you haven't subscribed yet, think about hitting that subscribe button. If you're a returning viewer and you like what you're seeing, think about hitting that like button. Definitely leave me a comment. Let me know what I'm doing right. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Let me know if you want a brigade in one of my armies. I will definitely oblige you. So I got plenty of brigades that need names, you know, some character to them. So, other than that, everybody have a good Wednesday, and I will see you all again on Friday with the next episode. Have a good one.